Welcome to the CPHIMS Exam Preparation Podcast. In this episode, we'll explore how to understand and comply with the organization's ethical business principles. Understanding and complying with an organization's ethical business principles is fundamental to maintaining integrity, fostering trust, and building a strong reputation. Ethical principles guide decision-making processes, behaviors, and the overall conduct of business activities, ensuring they align with both legal standards and moral expectations. Here's how organizations can ensure understanding and compliance with these principles. 1. Identify and document ethical principles. Codify ethics. Begin by clearly identifying and documenting the organization's core ethical principles. This might include commitments to honesty, integrity, fairness, respect, transparency, accountability, and social responsibility. Ethics policy. Develop a comprehensive ethics policy that outlines expected behaviors and standards for all employees, including management and the board. This policy should cover various aspects of operations, including conflicts of interest, confidentiality, data protection, and interactions with stakeholders. 2. Communicate ethical principles. Orientation and training. Incorporate ethical principles into employee orientation programs and ongoing training sessions. Use real-world scenarios and case studies to illustrate how these principles apply to daily work. Regular communication. Regularly communicate the importance of ethical principles through internal newsletters, meetings, and other communication channels. Leadership should consistently reinforce these principles in their messages and actions. 3. Implement support structures. Ethics committee or officer. Establish an ethics committee or appoint an ethics officer responsible for overseeing ethical practices within the organization. This entity can serve as a resource for employees seeking guidance on ethical dilemmas. Reporting mechanisms. Provide secure and confidential channels for employees to report ethical concerns or violations, such as a whistleblower hotline or an anonymous reporting tool. Ensure that reports are taken seriously and investigated promptly. 4. Integrate ethics into decision-making. Ethical decision-making framework. Develop a framework to guide ethical decision-making within the organization. This framework should help employees evaluate options and make choices that align with the organization's ethical principles. Review processes. Include ethical considerations as a standard part of the review process for new projects, policies, and business initiatives. 5. Monitor and enforce ethical conduct. Audits and assessments. Conduct regular audits and assessments to ensure compliance with ethical standards. This could involve reviewing business practices, financial dealings, and employee conduct. Address violations. Establish clear consequences for ethical violations and enforce them consistently. Taking decisive action against violations reinforces the importance of ethical conduct. 6. Foster an ethical culture. Lead by example. Leadership should exemplify ethical behavior in all actions and decisions, setting a positive example for the entire organization. Promote open dialogue. Encourage an open environment where employees feel comfortable discussing ethical issues and raising concerns without fear of retaliation. Benefits of ethical compliance. Trust and credibility. Adhering to ethical principles builds trust with customers, employees, partners, and the community, enhancing the organization's credibility and reputation. Risk mitigation. Ethical compliance helps mitigate risks associated with legal violations, financial penalties, and reputational damage. Employee morale and retention. An ethical work environment supports high morale and job satisfaction among employees, contributing to lower turnover rates and attracting top talent. Sustainable success. Organizations committed to ethical principles are more likely to achieve long-term success by making decisions that consider the welfare of all stakeholders in the broader community. Summary. Understanding and complying with the organization's ethical business principles is not just about avoiding negative consequences, it's about building a foundation for sustainable, responsible business practices that contribute positively to society and the business ecosystem. If you found this content valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to Professional Certifications channel.